Jon Bon Jovi's appearance on the Kelly Clarkson Show was meant to be a celebration of legacy, artistry, and his latest music projector, reflective acoustic album, revisiting Bon Jovi classics. The mood was upbeat as he took the stage, greeted with roaring applause and Kelly's trademark energy. The conversation began warmly, with laughter about 80s hair, tour memories, and shared stories from their time as touring artists. But when Kelly pivoted to ask about some of the more controversial aspects of Jon's past, his outspoken views on the state of the music industry, his critiques of pop production, and rumored tensions with former bandmates, his tone noticeably changed. He became guarded, subtly irritated, and his answers shifted from playful to pointed. Kelly, ever the professional, attempted to steer the conversation back to safer ground. But a slip in phrasing, referring to his past as a bit outdated compared to today's trends, seemed to strike a nerve. Jon raised an eyebrow, leaned back in his chair, and responded curtly, "Outdated? I've outlasted most of them." Asterisk tension built with each passing moment, and though the audience chuckled nervously, the chemistry between host and guest rapidly soured. Kelly pressed on, suggesting that the rock genre had changed, and that artists had to adapt, even legends. Jon, now visibly agitated, replied that authenticity shouldn't have to bow to TikTok trends or auto-tune. The air grew thick with awkwardness. What was meant to be a light-hearted promo segment turned into a philosophical sparring match about artistic evolution. Kelly tried to wrap up the segment with a smile and a thank you, but Jon didn't wait for the outro. He removed his mic, stood up with a clipped, "I think we're done here," and walked off stage, leaving Kelly speechless. The episode was heavily edited before airing, but word spread quickly online. Clips of the tension surfaced, fan theories spiraled, and music forums lit up with debates. Was Jon standing up for real musicianship, or was he simply out of touch? Either way, the clash left a mark. Jon Bon Jovi's exit became one of the most talked about moments in the show's history. Asterisk. The days following Jon Bon Jovi's dramatic exit from the Kelly Clarkson Show, social media exploded with reactions ranging from outrage to admiration. Longtime fans of the rocker rallied behind him, praising his refusal to conform to modern music trends and applauding what they called his integrity-driven stand. Hashtags like #RespectTheLegend and #RealRockResists trended for hours, while others accused him of being dismissive and disrespectful toward Kelly, but remained remarkably composed despite the tense exchange. Industry insiders weighed into some, defending Jon's passionate stance on preserving the soul of rock, while others criticized the way he handled the situation, pointing out that disagreements didn't warrant walking off a national talk show. Meanwhile, Kelly Clarkson made a brief statement in a backstage interview, saying only, "I'll always respect someone's right to speak their truth, even when it gets uncomfortable," subtly signaling grace without fanning the flames. Asterisk NBC. Producers, caught off guard by the viral storm, scrambled to mitigate damage. Though they opted to air a heavily cut version of the episode, the full unedited footage leaked online days later, fueling fresh rounds of debate. In the leaked clip, viewers saw Kelly trying several times to de-escalate the confrontation, at one point even suggesting they agree to disagree. But Jon's frustration seemed deeply rooted, and some speculated that years of navigating a shifting music landscape had left him bitter. The tension wasn't just about genre, it was about legacy, respect, and what it means to stay relevant. Without compromising, Kelly's team remained silent afterward, refusing additional media requests. But Jon later released a cryptic Instagram post with a photo of a burning guitar and the caption, "If you can't handle the truth, turn down the volume." Whether intended as defiance or closure, the message only deepened the intrigue. What was supposed to be a standard promo appearance had turned into a pop culture flashpoint, one that reignited conversations about artistry, ego, and the ever-evolving world of music. Asterisk. Just when the controversy seemed to be settling, Jon Bon Jovi surprised fans by canceling his next scheduled appearance on a popular SiriusXM radio show, citing creative differences. The statement left listeners puzzled, Speculation mounted that the fallout from the Kelly Clarkson Show incident had shaken the rocker more than he let on. Meanwhile, anonymous crew members from Kelly's show began leaking behind the scenes details to tabloids, revealing that tensions were simmering even before cameras started rolling. One source claimed that Jon was irritated about last-minute changes to the interview format, while another mentioned that his team had requested no discussions about chart performance or modern pop collaborations, a request allegedly ignored by producers. The showrunners, hoping to generate ratings, had allegedly briefed Kelly to lightly challenge Jon's views on music evolution. But what was intended as a playful debate quickly turned into a cultural collision, with two icons from different ends of the musical spectrum clashing over identity, relevance, and control. Asterisk, meanwhile, Kelly's loyal fanbase came to her defense, creating a counter hashtag, #StandWithKelly, that flooded Twitter and Instagram. Fans praised her for maintaining composure and pushing back with class during the heated moment. Some called the walk-off a rock star tantrum, while others questioned whether Jon had expected a softball interview rather than a real conversation. Celebrities even began weighing in. Pink tweeted a cryptic message about aging egos and insecure legends, while Questlove posted a thread about how artists must evolve to survive. Industry analysts noted the incident as a reflection of broader tensions in the entertainment world, where older artists sometimes feel alienated by younger platforms and media tactics. As both camps hunkered down amid the swirling media frenzy, fans were left divided. Is it a clash of egos, a calculated ratings stunt, or a painful but honest conversation about a changing industry? Regardless of which version people believed, one thing was clear: the moment had transcended daytime television and become part of a much larger narrative about celebrity, control, and the shifting power dynamics of fame. Asterisk, in the days following the incident, the aftermath continued to ripple through both the music and television industries. Sources close to the Kelly Clarkson Show hinted at internal meetings being held to assess damage control strategies, with some executives reportedly urging Kelly to issue a clarifying statement. However, Kelly remained notably silent beyond a brief Instagram story that read, "Respect is earned, not expected," accompanied by a broken guitar emoji. The cryptic post only fueled speculation and sent the internet into overdrive. Meanwhile, Jon Bon Jovi took to his band's official page to post a photo of himself in the studio with the caption, "Back to doing what I do best. Music speaks louder than noise." Though indirect, the post was widely interpreted as a subtle jab at Clarkson and the media circus that followed. His fans dissected every word and emoji from both stars. Media outlets capitalized on the drama, running side-by-side headlines that framed the clash as everything from a generational meltdown to an inevitable fallout between two titans of sound. Asterisk, the tension even began affecting brand partnerships. A rumored joint promotion between Jon Bon Jovi and a popular whiskey brand was quietly postponed, with insiders suggesting that public image concerns played a role. Meanwhile, Kelly's new record, which had just debuted the week of the incident, saw a curious spike in streaming numbers, prompting some to wonder if the confrontation had actually boosted her visibility. Talk show analysts debated whether the walk-off had been a loss of professionalism or a rare moment of raw honesty, while podcasts and TikTok creators broke down every second of the argument, offering everything from body language analysis to lip reading the moments before Jon stood up. Despite the chaos, producers of the Kelly Clarkson Show announced that tapings would resume as scheduled, with upcoming guests including more country and pop artists. But one source claimed additional security and PR coordinators were now present on set, just in case. Though no apology came from either party, the episode had already cemented itself in pop culture history as one of the most talked about daytime TV moments of the year. Asterisk. As the dust settled, the entertainment world was left divided. Viewers flooded online forums and social media with polarized opinions. Some hailed Jon Bon Jovi's exit as a dignified stand against disrespect, while others criticized him for overreacting and walking out mid-show. Trending hashtag Bon Jovi vs. Kelly dominated Twitter for days, with fan-made memes, video edits, and dramatic reenactments fueling the viral firestorm. Notably, an outtake from the show leaked online, showing a tense moment before the commercial break, where Kelly, off camera, seen shaking her head and muttering something under her breath, though the audio was muffled. Lip readers speculated that it was a biting remark aimed at Jon's dated performance style. This only intensified the narrative of creative tension between old-school rock and modern pop country sensibilities. A debate that began to echo across music blogs and comment sections alike. Asterix, meanwhile, late-night hosts couldn't resist poking fun at the fiasco. Jimmy Fallon joked, "Looks like the only bad medicine Jon needed was a commercial break," while Stephen Colbert mockingly offered to mediate a rock star summit between the two. In the background, publicists scrambled to control the narrative. Jon Bon Jovi's team insisted he remained committed to professionalism and passionate artistic exchange, while Clarkson's camp focused on highlighting her charitable work and vocal excellence in the days following, subtly redirecting attention from the debacle. The producers of The Kelly Clarkson Show ultimately made the bold choice to air the episode, albeit with edits and an awkward cut to commercial during the walk-off. The edited version drew in record-breaking daytime ratings, surpassing previous highs by over 40%, cementing the clash as not just a scandal, but a ratings goldmine. Despite the drama, perhaps because of it, both stars walked away with renewed public intrigue, leaving fans wondering whether reconciliation or retaliation would come next. Asterisk in the weeks that followed the televised fallout between Jon Bon Jovi and Kelly Clarkson, the entertainment industry remained abuzz with speculation and subtle digs from both camps. Kelly, known for her poise and self-deprecating humor, opened one of her next episodes with a tongue-in-cheek nod to the incident, saying, "Well, we survived a rock and roll hurricane last week," barely earning laughter from the audience. Meanwhile, Jon Bon Jovi made a surprise appearance at a charity benefit in New York, where he subtly referenced manufactured drama in daytime television during his onstage speech, a remark many interpreted as a thinly veiled shot at the talk show incident. As media outlets scrambled for exclusive interviews, both stars maintained a strategic silence when pressed directly about each other, only adding more fuel to public curiosity. Industry insiders, however, hinted at long-standing creative friction between the two, dating back to earlier award show appearances and a rumored disagreement over musical collaboration proposals that never materialized. Asterisk, despite the negative press, both Clarkson and Bon Jovi managed to turn the tension into opportunity. Clarkson's show leveraged the buzz by releasing a behind-the-scenes segment showcasing her resilience and professionalism under pressure. Messages from her fans. The episode received millions of views online, helping her reclaim control of the narrative. Bon Jovi, meanwhile, announced a new documentary series chronicling the evolution of rock legends, teasing uncensored moments that fans quickly speculated might include his fallout with Clarkson.
The duel.
Publicity surge saw both of their album streams spike. Clarkson's recent country pop ballads surged in digital downloads, while Bon Jovi's classic hits climbed back into the iTunes Top 40. Ultimately, what began as a fiery on-air dispute evolved into a masterclass in media manipulation, reminding audiences that in the world of showbiz, controversy may sting, but it also sells in. Sometimes walking off stage is the most powerful encore of all. Asterisk.